Hit him with the higher.
Hiya.
What they said.
Chief.
Hey, peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. Troops in the building. Troops in the building.
What's up?
Hey, peace, man. We got Lotus Television in the building. We got Yeshua Hebrews in the building.
Oh, what's good, Chief? What's good, Yeshua Hebrew? All the aberrations
What's
to
up,
my
Lotus?
good brothers and feathers.
I didn't know the video was over. What's happening, everybody? Everybody doing?
I'm good. We chilling.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, we got this little late night build, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. We definitely appreciate all the loved ones, man. We got L Boogie in the building. Peace Empress. Brick Made 94, first in the building. We got Miss Gretchen Ham. Brick Made. All right, Brick Made 94. I'm going to subscribe. Shout out to Brick Made 94 in the building. Nova the Star, peace. We got Miss Gretchen Helm in the building. Peace, Empress. P. Parker said, peace and wellness. Can't sleep because I caught it cold in the rain yesterday. Oh, sorry about that. I think that's an Empress, right? Shout out to P. Parker. Yeah. We got in the building. Be busy. Peace to the guy, man. Yes, sir. Who want the smoke? Yeah, nah, they be wanting to smoke, y'all. Trust me. They come out of the woodwork every once in a while. So, you know, it's Aboriginals versus everybody. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's see, make sure I got everybody so far. Yeah, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. Thank you for everybody so far. Hey, shout out to Copper Covered Soldier in the building. We definitely appreciate y'all, man, coming through, man. It's late night bill. We're not gonna be on long, man. We just hey, Yeshua, you wanna go ahead and address what you want to address, brother? Yo, yo. Yo, yo.
Yeshua.
You know, fell asleep. Well, while Yeshua was getting it, hold on, let me see what it like that. I only got one account, correct? Yeah, you only got one, bro.
Yeah, Yeshua, he dropped out.
All right, yeah, right now. But yeah, man. Hey, Lotus, what's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
Oh, man, all is good. All is great. I'm American. I can't complain. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, it's a very weird day today. Very odd and strange. I don't know what's going on. I see that the naysayers and those that oppose are going to great lengths and extremes beyond weirdoness. It's almost as if they want to stop what is happening. And I mean, it's still happening. You cannot stop this. This is a force that cannot be stopped. At the same time, a force that cannot be moved. There's nothing you can do. Especially if that which is trying to step in front of be insignificant. You're definitely just going to get ran over. So it's get out of the way or stay out of the way. That's it. And I don't know about that whole conscious community thing that has the pan boo-boos of many different sects of pan boo-boo. No matter what, it's pan boo boo. So today I'm feeling like Aboriginal versus everybody, just like the title says. Man, how you feeling out there, Chief?
Oh yeah, man. Same thing, man. We gotta. It's always, jokers already always putting out information or challenge want to challenge this information or whatever, right? And just like what we told them, we tell them, this is not a debate. What y'all should do is learn a few things. You know what I'm saying? And it's always weird that people that they never have any scientific evidence to back up anything that they're talking about. I think that's something that needs to be talked about a little bit more when we examining just when we all try to get to the truth, right? It shouldn't be like a thing where we have to fight each other to get to the truth. Seem like everybody should want to get to the truth instead of just being stuck in their belief systems, right? It should be about getting to the truth so we could enlighten, liberate the minds and hearts of our people. That has to happen before we do anything else, y'all. Like I know people say, this and that and the third, but it doesn't really matter if the mind is still enslaved, Okay, that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? If your mind is enslaved, you can't get to your heart because you're still thinking like a slave. You don't trust your brother. You don't trust the information that comes from over here. And we do a lot of hard work, man. A lot of study, a lot of research, a lot of. You gotta think of some of us been doing it so long, right? When it wasn't popular, when it wasn't a wave, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we had to create a wave and keep going even when it wasn't popular, when everybody was against you, you losing friends, you get, it's a lot of things came with this, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, like we can't stop, you know what I'm saying? First off, we speaking, the ancestors are speaking through us, okay? And we know what's at stake here. And I don't think a lot of people understand that part of it, how serious it is for us, Um, and then that's about it, man. So we just about heard every goddamn argument coming from the Pan Boo Boo community. Let's just be clear on that. Every argument there can be. They argue about okra. They argue about the word Africa. They argue about all these things that they just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to point this out, right? We hear this all the time when people talk about, for instance, Niger, Congo, right? But we're just gonna break down Niger, right? Niger is Latin for black. Okay, it's not rocket science. It's not, so it would be a descriptive term, right? So if you find Niger, like the Niger River on the continent of so-called Africa, it will be the Black River, right? You find Nigeria, Black land. Okay, that's what it is. That is not indigenous to the continent of so-called Africa. That's kind of simple. We don't got to go back and forth, right? Just like Africa is not indigenous to the land of Africa. We ain't got to go back and forth with y'all about that. That's like simple etymology search, simple historical searches. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to get too deep into it. So yeah, that's I just wanted to address that, man. And when we say we against everybody, man, it's like, yo, shit. Even some Aborigines, people that say they Aborigines, people mad about some people, you know, consider themselves Indians. Some people consider themselves Hebrews. Some people consider themselves Moors, right? Some people consider themselves all those things, right? Some people like black. Some people don't, right? For me, I just want what gives us power. And one thing we all can agree on, even if you consider yourself a Moorish American, a Hebrew American, a Chinese, whatever your kind of, but we can all agree that Americans should be what we are focusing on, right? To gain social, political, economic power. Why are y'all against that, right? And what's so ironic about this, y'all? All their mamas and grandmamas riding with us. I think it's so ironic. Like, we always ask these guys, hey, what did your grandma and your mama tell you was? And then they always know. but they can't never tell us anything about Africa. And I just think that's another weirdo move too. These same people will tell you, "Hey, man, I know that black people was in America before Christopher Columbus, thousands of years. Well, why are we having a conversation then? Why are we even talking? Why are you debating me about anything if you know that people was here before so-called Christopher Columbus? Why would you argue with me about Christopher Columbus? Why would you go through all these things when you already know that we predate that? However you think it happened, we predate that. And we show evidence of Negroes being in America 10,000 BC and beyond. Y'all see how that work? And y'all can't show me nothing 10,000 BC in West Africa. So I just think that's weirdo shit, bro.
Hell yeah, it is. Everybody hates Angel. What happened to that? Everybody hates Angel. I know the man from yesterday that was so proud about all that stuff happening over there in those areas. But for some reason, we can't find anything. They can't find a boat, a bone, a pinky, thumb. Can I get an index? Hey, what happened to the Lisa fingernail? Give us something. Can we get some? Not much. So we can't get anything out of that. And we still dig and run into a whole lot of problems when it comes to West Africa. And they'll say the Khoisan are the people who are of the originals that left that area. And if you talk to them, that's not what their stories is. So it's a whole lot of things going on with that out of West Africa. I like to say absolutely not out of West Africa at all. But that's just me, family. I don't know what's going on with Yeshua. Yeshua, if you in the chat watching or anything, family, we waiting on you to come in so we can proceed as we need. But until that time, Chief, what's good with the chat, family?
Yeah, man. Peace to the chat, man. Shout out to all the great ones on this late night build, man, or early morning build, however you want to look at it. I mean, so you know, we went in last night on old Angel Ramirez, aka Everybody Hates Angel, and we don't actually hate Angel, you know what I'm saying? But we hate your information, bro. That shit is garbage. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go check that video out. It's a dope ass video. We had a great time. Got a comment. Somebody say, "What was the dude's name?" Hold on, I'm about to find you. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I got it. Think about this. This shit crazy. Too funny though. Yeah, we probably gonna read a few comments tonight, y'all. Just for the hell of it. Super funny.
That's what's up.
Yeah, this guy.
Well, I don't know what happened to Yeshua. We're supposed to have Yeshua hop on. And he has fallen out.
So shout out to Alan Houston Bay. About an hour ago, he said, "Grow up if you want to be taken seriously," right? And it was about the last night video, and I thought that was interesting. It's a very funny video, man. We had a great time, and I know for a fact, you know, the people enjoy a little fun while they learn at the same time. I know you learned something last night, Alan. So shout out to Alan Houston Bay. You know what I'm saying? I just thought I'd throw that out there. I can't even pronounce his name right here. It's NVDO. He said, "Rise and shine, fam. Good work. Thank you, brother. We definitely appreciate you." Hulk Strike in the building says, "Time to put in work." That's a fact. That is an absolute fact.
Yeah, it is.
Earl P in the building. Peace, America. He said Smokey Robinson. Adam.
Yeah, yeah.
See,
Now, last night I said that Angel Ramirez was Smokey Child's love child.
so
Lost, forgotten hairline. Look at
the public image,
let's not do that tonight.
the public image said, shout out the public image said, "Oh my goodness, thank you. This guy Angel is a buster." oh,
Bang,
oh
bang,
my, it's a
bang.
mob. Yeah, buster. That's there. You got to be some West Coast. That oh
Buster,
buster.
just like the mother pan boo boos that's following behind you, all pissed off today, butt hurt, all erect,
Hey, the True King said, "Why
eradicated.
eyebrows arch?"
And
Laugh my ass
ten
off.
ass.
I actually didn't see that. I wasn't all in the nigga face like that, but it's a notice pointed out last night. Shout out to Vixen 99. Yeah, she didn't get notification. And a special
Oh man.
said, "Look at here, Holiday. I'm with you, and I'm fed up too with this African BS. They never had nothing, still don't have nothing, and any structures built on masonry is of American know-how, facts. They still in grass cut down in West Africa, the home of the so-called."
Yo,
You still on? You sure? It's good,
oh
brother.
yeah, my bad, man. My phone acting a fool right now. What's up with you though?
Oh, not much, man. Live streaming. Was well, I wanted Chief to go. I wanted Chief to be here when you and uh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
well, I mean, hey, the floor is yours. Now I mute my microphone.
Oh yeah, man. I just wanted to you know, just wanted to let the matriarch know, you know what I'm saying? Yahshua is with you, you know what I'm saying? I think y'all all beautiful. I ain't trying to start nothing with nobody, you know. Now I apologize to anybody I offended, you know what I'm saying? Be the bigger guy, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's why Yeshua here right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I ain't the type to just hold grudges, you know, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? When somebody chip at me, I chip back. You feel me? Because I'm a warrior. You know what I'm saying? I come from a tribe where scalping was a form of currency. You feel me? Um, but yeah, like I said, I apologize. And you know, I rock with a lot of the matriarch. You know what I'm saying? Like Gretchen. Shout out to Gretchen. You know what I'm saying? Cherokee. She be showing love. You know what I'm saying? Glam Diva, if you up in there, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Be busy. Shout out to you too. You know what I'm saying? Who up in there? P Parker, Nova the Star. And I rock with all y'all, man. We just here trying to build, you feel me? You know what I mean? It's us versus the world, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I wanted to say real quick, you know, clear the air. And yeah, loaded.
Yeah, that's right, family, man. Most appreciated for that. Honorable admiration to the brothers, sisters of the feather in the chat and on the panel. Yeah, Yeshua. Man, that's what I'm talking about, family. That's what's needed. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah,
lead
man.
by example, to make these steps towards, rather who was right or wrong, to make sure in the situation in the end, everybody right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
yeah,
because at the
yeah.
end of the day, man, I could fall out with you, you know what I'm saying? Whether you know, male or female, but I still understand that we all the same, you know, we all in the same gang, we all in the same tribe, same nation basically, same people, same bloodline. So at the end of the day, when they coming against us, we just arguing a couple seconds later, but I'm scalping with you. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's how I rock. So you know what I'm saying? King Bimbo, shout out to you, OCO, for real. Cause we all in this together for real, man.
Man, I was reading, didn't even know I was knocked out. Crazy.
Yeah, we got you back in.
Hey, shout out to
No,
Yeshua.
but
Yeshua Hebrews. Shalom to my Hebrew brother. What's up, brother?
what's up, man? No, I was just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna say it again. I apologize to the matriarch. You know, I got y'all back. You for real me? You feel me? For real. Like I will straight chip for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type. I'm not a fold artist. You feel me? Like, you know what I mean? I'm a warrior for real first. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? I don't. Oh shit, my shit down, bros.
What happened? Hey, no, that's really big of you, man. You know, apologize, you know what I'm saying? Admit, you know, your part and what's called, I think that's big and that's a part of growing, man. You know, as once again, we're not here to definitely to separate the community in any shape, form, or fashion. Oh, it's us against them, and nah, bro, we don't get down like that. We already got enough going on. So to you know, so yeah, sometimes I think people do, you know, things get out of hand. People get mad, get heated, and you know, you people say things, type things that they might not have, you know, done, you know, in another circumstance. So we gotta get it together, y'all. So yeah, man, definitely appreciate that, brother. And so everybody don't think the same, and we, you know, we can agree to disagree sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And know how to work and talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? And still work around that. So that's just what it is. Yeah, I think he said he'll be back. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, Lotus.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, Yeshua dropped out again.
Yeah.
He'll be back in.
Huh?
I said hopefully he'll be back in. He'll be back on the panel.
Yeah, he should be. Hey, so well, you know, as anything, man, we always want to get into some information. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know, and kind of just to prove, you know, like more just more artifacts and things like that or whatever. You know, in America. I mean, man, this shit is getting weird, yo. There's so much irrefutable evidence out here, man. And for these people to keep saying the stuff that they're saying, it just don't make any sense. Um, they're finding evidence of Negroes that have been in America longer than they're supposed to be here, and it's upsetting to the matrix. It's upsetting to eugenics societies and all the other societies and orders that are fighting against the world. Okay,
Yeah.
and here's the thing: they're minorities, right? We're the majority. You know what I'm saying? I just think we just got to stop being separated off of dumb shit, right? You're either righteous or you're not. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how we should separate ourselves. You know, righteousness from the wicked. That's simple.
Mm.
The wicked go over there, so we know who you are. And the righteous come over here. Okay. And so that's what we are, man. You know, we are righteous individuals, man, and we're a lover of our people. And so that's what this is about, you know. Um, and it's just like you're saying, we, you know, you must be doing something, you know, we get a lot of attacks. So I just need y'all to know it just motivates me more. I don't pay that shit no attention, fam. So so y'all keep doing your thing, keep making videos and keep doing what y'all doing and you know what's gonna happen? People are gonna be like, well, oh, I'm about to go over here and see what Lotus talking about, see what Chief talking about, since they talk about it so much, right? And then that's like, you know what's going to happen? They're going to be like, hey, we like these guys. We like the information that they put. Because the shit you put out ain't shit. Ain't helping nobody get nowhere. Okay? Literally. So a motherfucker been on YouTube 10 years, ain't did nothing. Ever. Never will do anything. Niggas be having GoFundMe's, all type of shit. They ain't did nothing. So y'all better leave us alone, cause we'll get to digging and you'll be Summer Jam screen, just like Angel. So that's what we got going on, man. Yo, I wanted to play this video real fast, man. Jeff Watchman, that dope little video, man. It's part one of what they didn't teach you in school. And it's interesting because not only they're not teaching it, they're hiding it. They're hiding information, y'all. They're hiding our ancestors. They're hiding artifacts. They're hiding everything. Listen, I'm telling you. We just read something the other day where they said they took thousands of artifacts and went and dumped them in the ocean. I don't think they dumped them in the ocean. I think they just took them to Egypt. Word. That's facts. I really do.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So we're gonna take a little educational break. And check this little video out, man. It's like 14 minutes change, and we'll come back on the other side and discuss it. See how y'all feel about it. Yeah, man. We're not gonna be on long tonight, man. Yeshua wanted to come on and publicly, because it happened publicly. You know what I'm saying? Be a big man and apologize for his actions and stuff like that. So I think that's honorable to me, man. And so I fucks with him about that. So thank you, Yeshua Hebrews, for that, man. We definitely appreciate you, man. And, you know, it's your warrior spirit, man. I definitely appreciate that. So salute to the brother. Yeah, man. Shout out to my little bro, Reginald Green, the background king. Peace of the God, man.
Yeah, I got to pull up the video. You sent it to my email?
Say what?
The video.
No, I just emailed it to you.
Okay.
It's the what they didn't teach you in school, part one. I can't. It's a little bit more to the title, but yeah, it's the end of. Did it come through?
Yeah, about to.
All right. Well, yes. Well, you got like 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna play this video. And by the time you charge your phone, you know what I mean? You'll have a nice little charge on it in about 15, 20 minutes, bro. What'd you say, bro?
Yeah, he got about 15 minutes. Chop.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Fair use or fuck fair use. Y'all know how we do. Fuck fair use. Be on the lookout for them fuck fair use t-shirts too, real soon. Oh, yo, hey, can you put the website up too? The shoe company? Sneak peek? We get a sneak peek tonight?
What the hell?
Yeah, y'all make it a sneak peek tonight of our shoes. Y'all gonna love them. Shout out to Libra Son. Actual designer.
Oh yeah. I'll have my pair a little over a week from now.
Oh yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, y'all gotta see him, man. Lotus got his Lotus Civilization shoe. Yeah, man. Hey, so yeah, we'll come back to that later, but we're gonna get into this little video right now, man. Shout out to Jeff Watchman. Like I said, man, information is information, whoever it comes from. You know what I'm saying? Truth is the truth, and that's what it is, man. So we in the building. You're not. Yeah.
Got it. All right, I'm pulling up the video now for the family. Brothers and sisters of the feather, man, we in for it.
Y'all gonna be able to see it?
Watch pyramids and hieroglyphs in America, BC.
Yep. What did he say? America, BC?
Yep, in America, BC.
Okay.
Secrets not taught in public school.
Right. I think that's another reason why they mad at us, because what we teaching is not taught. You can't be right. They never taught this in school. Really? Bro, why y'all don't think they taught this in school? Like, seriously, let's be clear. What is wrong with, like, they act like a conspiracy to dumb us down and to take us socially, politically, economically away from our land is not a thing that actually happened. I think y'all are very retarded. Arguing for all these years, 4 or 5 years of arguing, bro. Y'all ain't caught up yet. Really? Niggas be still talking about Afri tribe. Nigga, Afri is Latin. Sorry, I'm not about to keep telling y'all it's not from the. We've talked about Qatar. If you're not telling me about Qatar people, you still talking about Afri, nigga, you are slow. Okay?
Mhm.
Period.
You know, when we talk about history, we think in terms of Columbus discovering America. If you're like I was, when I was a little kid growing up, why Columbus discovered America, and we have a holiday on October the 12th every year that we celebrate the discovery of America.
Hey, shout out to Aboriginal People's Day. Every day is Aboriginal People's Day. Make history every day. How about that?
All right.
Yeah, big hi out to everybody. Big ooga ooga to the tribe. The troopers in the building. We got Jason Boyd terrorizing everybody around this piece.
Here it is. Got it. Yeah, bust a high tomahawk on the forehead to the. I don't want to get too graphic. Trying not to. All right, y'all. Here go the video right here for the family.
One day, I was traveling with my wife in Illinois, and she looked over at me and she said, "Well, would you like to visit one of the pyramids here in Illinois?" And I said, "Pyramids? There's about 7 or 8 of them here, and not far from here, just a few miles, is one of those big pyramids." And I said, "Well, who built it?" And she said, "Well, nobody seems to know." And I said, "Well, how big is it?" And she said, "Well, it's several hundred feet high and it covers several acres. It's as big as the Great Pyramid of Egypt." And I was amazed. I'd never heard of such a thing. I said, "Here in Illinois, there's a pyramid?" And she said, "Yes, not just one, but 7 or 8. And I said, "Yeah, I got to see this." And so we drove off the main highway and we drove a little while. And pretty soon here out in the middle of the flat lands of Illinois, rising on the horizon was this big hill. We drove over to the big hill. It was covered by brush and trees. And we went into the park. It's a state park. And paid our fee and we walked in. I stood at the bottom of it and I looked at this and I said, why is it that I have been educated in America, went to the public school system, and here is a monument 400 feet high, sitting in the middle of a cornfield, covering about 15 or 20 acres of ground, a humongous mound of earth, and I never heard about it. And I'm never heard about it. Well, it's not the only coins, Roman pottery, Noah's very West Virginia, Georgia, Michigan, Arkansas, Illinois, Iowa, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Colorado, just to name a few places where these sites and these discoveries have been found. And then ask yourself, what did you hear when you went to school, when you went to college? Maybe you're an archaeologist or an anthropologist. Did you ever hear about America BC? Well, we've heard about the Indians, and we ascribe these monuments and these strange phenomena to these Indians who deny them. And when you ask the Indians of Illinois, did you or your people or any history in the past build these pyramids out here? And they'll tell you, no, we didn't build them. Do you know who did? And they'll say, no, we don't know who did. We don't know who built them. We didn't, but there they are. And they are totally ignored in the literature. I mean, ignored like they never existed. It's not the first time I've ever seen this kind of hiding the truth. We see it in politics, we see it in economics, we see it in medicine. And the truth is, we find it in science also. For instance, in March of 1493, the Catholic Church was presented with an unforeseen problem. Christopher Columbus had just landed in Lisbon after an 8-month voyage that was to have taken him to the Indies, but instead of going to the Indies, it had led him to discover a new world. And the difficulty now confronting the prelates of the Catholic Church was that he had returned with passengers, American Indians, who had all of the appearance of being human beings. But how could their existence be accounted for? The biblical account of creation described 3 continents, each occupied by the seed of 3 sons, the 3 sons of Noah who survived the flood, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Columbus seems already to have been aware of the impending theological problem, because in a letter dated February 15th, 1493, written at the Canary Islands, he assured King Ferdinand that the people that he found were no monsters, but on the contrary, were very well formed. Neither were they Negroes. And when he put ashore in Lisbon on March 6th, his journal records, many people came to see the Indians, and it was a great marvel. As the second and third and later voyages produced ever-mounting evidence of large numbers of man-like creatures inhabiting the Americas, a cold wind of skepticism began to blow through the monasteries to ruffle the equanimity of those who so boldly preached the absolute truth of Genesis. And for a time, Rome disregarded the matter, as Pope Alexander VI was otherwise engaged, save only when he found time to draw a line of demarcation between the Spanish and the Portuguese portions of the New World. But in 1512, a new pope summoned the Fifth Lateran Council and issued an official declaration certifying that American Indians are true descendants of Adam and Eve, and hence they are human beings. The failure of the Bible to account for them and to account for their continent was made good by the inference that American Indians are the descendants of Babylonians expelled from the Old World on account of sins of their ancestors. Now, backed by this new authority, it was now safe for speculative churchmen to ponder the route from the Garden of Eden to America. After considering the possibilities that Noah's Ark might have added an American port of call to her scheduled sailing plan, or that angels might have transported people across the ocean, holding them by the hair of the head, like to the prophet Habakkuk, a Spanish thinker, Jose de Acosta, dismissed both propositions in favor of transportation by shipwreck and accidental tempest of the weather. Now, the inquiry was now taken up by others, and by the 17th century, both Protestant and Catholic churchmen were agreed that Asia must have been the original homeland of the American Indian forefathers, because only the rude Tartars, above all nations on earth, resemble the inhabitants of America in respect of their gross ignorance of letters and of the arts, their idolatry, and above all, their incivility. Alas, for Pocahontas, there was no Fenimore Cooper on hand to defend the Six Nations, no Deerslayer yet to win hearts or minds for the dwellers in the wilderness. One dissident, Cotton Mather in Boston, in the course of a long series of extraordinary letters to the Royal Society of London, drew attention to the existence in Connecticut of a tribe of Indians which practiced circumcision, thereby showing he thought that the American Indians should be considered as the lost tribes of Israel. Voltaire, on the other hand, considered that the American Indians had arisen de novo in America by whatever mechanism had similarly caused human beings to appear upon the face of the earth in the other continents. By 1811, such scientists as Humboldt recognized the similarities between some American tribes and those of the Mongol race, and he postulated that the American Indians are descended from a mingling of ancient Americans and later in-wanderers from Asia. Later still, most of the anthropologists came to agree that all American Indians are descended from ancestors that entered the Americas by way of the Bering Strait, and that no European came to America before Leif Erikson or Columbus. Now, in recent years, one lone voice has protested this kind of oversimplification, that of Harold Sterling Gladwin. And in his various writings, Gladwin has repeatedly drawn attention to cultural features and material objects, particularly pottery, that show that American tribes must have had relatively recent contacts with the Old World of Europe and the Middle East, especially with the Mediterranean and with the Orient. The nature of the various art styles to which he drew attention is such as to point to direct voyages between the Old World and the Americas as late as classical times, about 2,000 years ago, or about the time of Christ. Gladwin's views have, until very recently, been strictly ruled out, anathema, and they have been excluded from the college curriculum. Now, fortunately, this exclusionist attitude is now considerably ameliorated. His writings, once forbidden reading in colleges and universities in America, have now been and have become prescribed texts at places such as Harvard. Now, for generations, the archaeological world has been beset by the notion that only the navigational techniques introduced in Europe in the 15th century made it possible for Europeans to cross the Atlantic, although some grudging acquiescence those who point to the evidence of the sagas, showing that the Viking crossings by way of Greenland, which occurred before Columbus, have been well documented. So at the time when Gladwin issued Men Out of Asia in 1947, he too felt compelled to bring the Mediterranean influence to the Americas by way of an Asian and or Indonesian land-hopping route. The vectors being supposedly the ships of the fleet of Menarchus, left stranded in Asia after the death of Alexander the Great. Well, in recent years, new discoveries in the Pacific caves have begun to lend much support to this facet of Gladwin's theories, but at the same time, the newer evidence also shows very clearly that the Atlantic was by no means the great barrier that earlier thinkers had supposed. So what, it is reasonable to ask then, is this newer evidence? Well, in fact, it is not new in and of and by itself, because it has lain intact for more than 2,000 years. All that is new is our ability to read the inscriptions concerned, because indeed they are written and in some sense documents, carefully engraved on the bedrock of America, on temple lintels, and on the gravestones of kings and chiefs. And they speak to us of a long forgotten age of exploration and of colonization, which is the subject of this book. When American archaeologists first began to send me inscriptions for decipherment and translation, I was astonished to learn that such documents existed here in America. All of my earlier work had been on ancient tablets and cave inscriptions of the Old World, records of the sea peoples of the Bronze Age and early Iron Age some 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. But what I now began to receive from unimpeachable sources here in North America were essentially the same types of documents, engraved in stone, and they were either excavated from some archaeological site or they were reported from cliff faces or photographed on massive rocks discovered by the early colonists. And I'd never seen such materials mentioned or illustrated in any books on archaeology of the Americas, and indeed, I was totally oblivious to their existence. How is it, I asked my friend and colleague, Professor George Carter of Texas, that you are sending me all of these materials? Has no one studied them before? Well, his answer was, for 75 years, I have been knocking on the study doors of professors of Greek and Latin. And each time I have been told that the objects that I had in my hand look like writing, but that it is not Greek and that it is not Latin, nor is it any script known to my consultant. So I emerged no wiser than before. Now, the very manner in which George Carter and I were brought together is in itself instructive, because it illustrates both the difficulties now besetting communication between men working in different types of disciplines and the strengths of those more liberal institutions of learning that encourage their faculty to cross the lines that divide the discipline. Carter was trained as an archaeologist at the University of California at Berkeley, but he has chosen to devote much of his life to the study of the geographical distribution of man and his domesticated plants and animals. Through his research at Johns Hopkins and then later at Texas A&M, his work became well known to biologists at Harvard, especially to botanists working on the evolution and distribution of plants cultivated by man around the world. Now, I, for my part, though a marine biologist, have spent much of my life studying the ancient voyages of people who left inscriptions on remote islands, which, of course, could only have been approached by sea. As a marine biologist, I felt obliged to examine this evidence because it would have a bearing on how the dispersal of man, plants, and animals might be influenced by ocean currents and winds.
Yo, Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you to skip that commercial, brother. All right, is that it? I think that's it for this.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. Yeah, man. Shout out to Jeff Washington. You know, I just want to go back to the Cahokia, right? They took the stones off of that. So stones were on top of that main biggest mound or pyramid in Cahokia that they were showing. You know what I'm saying? They tried to be like, oh, well, they didn't have stone on the well. No, they took the stone off of it, put stairs and grass and stuff on it or whatever, right? But they used those stones to build the St. Louis Cathedral, one of the spots.
That's right.
So yeah, so it's just kind of interesting, you know, that people try to skip past that, you know, like they didn't come here and tear shit down. So they said there's 8 there, but it was hundreds. Okay. It's still hundreds out there. It's like they toured out a lot of shit, but it's still a lot of shit out there that they're not telling you that all up and down the Mississippi River. Okay. All the way from Chicago to Cairo, all the way down to Louisiana. Okay. Cairo, Illinois, that is. And it's a cave. We're going to have to do a whole build on this cave. Can't think of the name of the cave right now, whatever they named after European found the cave. But they found all this so-called Egyptian well, it is Egyptian artifacts and shit inside this cave. They like, what the hell? Why is this stuff inside this cave in the middle of Illinois? Um, and you know, obviously they try to say, oh, these people came here and all that stuff, but these people are already here because we are those people. Okay, okay. Don't be alarmed. You know what I'm saying? And it's always interesting how they say places that originated things that don't have older pyramids, don't have older structures, and don't even have the most. We have the most on the planet. And it's just crazy to me that they keep saying these dumbass shit, you know what I'm saying? Which don't make any sense. You know, so once again, logic and math and science doesn't compute with these guys. Okay. So really you guys are just actually not debating us. You guys are debating facts, you debating logic, you debating science, you debating like law, you feel me? Like certain laws still apply, right? If basically like, okay, if so-called black people came to America first, then that means we're the first inhabitants, right? That's a law. It doesn't change because you are emotional in your Kunta Kinte bag. You know what I'm saying? It's just dumbness. Like it's dumb. Like dumb. Arguing about Olmecs being from Africa while telling us that we wasn't here and that this is Native Americans. And this nigga, dudes last night talk about that that the 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 Olmecs. So basically, he was saying that the Olmecs were here, and the Olmecs were Native Americans, and when the Africans came here, it brought them technology of whatever. Like how they didn't have it there. How they bring us stuff here? It's dumb. So right. So they said, well, because they want to show their gratitude, so they went 100 miles to quarry this volcanic rock and to bring it back 100 miles to carve somebody else. You actually believe that shit, bro? Yeah, man, that's the most retarded shit I've heard. No. The Neanderthal leaving Africa before black people is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, bro. On YouTube, literally. I can't believe you said that. And then niggas walked out and then ran into Neanderthals and made love to them and created white people. Yo, fuck, man. Where you get that at? I still couldn't find. Notice where they finding them at, bro. That's too damn funny.
You got Christians believing the out of Africa theory.
He said, "Why we up so late? Do normal
It's great.
hours? Yeah, we'll definitely be. We're gonna be 24/7, so just be on the lookout for that, y'all. We're about to
Oh
do a
yeah.
30 live stream, so that's gonna be crazy. You know, it's gonna be super crazy, y'all. So remember, man, hashtag support the real man. Um, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we feel, man. We the realest out, um, and that's just what it is, yo. And so like I tell these clowns today, I was like, bro, I don't debate teaching y'all. What is a debate? You telling me Africa? You telling me textbook dumbness, like without any knowledge of it. So yeah, we just had to shut that shit down, yeah. But yeah, man, that's what we on. Lotus. Ooh. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know if Yeshua coming back. 15 minutes.
Yeah, he hasn't made an attempt to come back. He said his piece.
Huh?
He said his piece, and his piece has been said.
That's about right. Yeah, put it on the record. So yeah, man. We just gonna keep the peace, y'all. We're not trying to get into it with our brothers and sisters, man. That don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So we're pushing peace, man, in these streets as well as in these YouTube streets. So man, peace to all the guys and earths out there, y'all. We're in the building, man. Lotus, you got anything else you want to talk about? You back?
Yeah, I'm back, man.
Cool.
Yeah, I was watching that video for real. Y'all notice he y'all notice who he mentioned, right? In that video, right?
Yeah, what about it?
How y'all feel about that?
Um, yeah, I mean, bro, you know, like I said, we was kind of going through it, critiquing it, you know, a little bit. Bro, you know, I mean, what's so crazy is, man, we got shit and everywhere, every state, bro. Like it's crazy, you know. Up in Wisconsin, right, and Rock Lake, they literally flooded this area to put the pyramids inside the lake, or a pyramid inside the lake, right? And people can you can go inside. They literally went inside. I'm about to show it. Like we literally went inside. Like, we diving right there at the pyramid inside this lake in Wisconsin, as well as other mounds and pyramids or whatever, right? But I remember one scientist was trying to say the reason why that's there is because the ice glaciers pushed it. And these people like, listen, these stones have been placed in here. Like, what are you talking about? It's called Rock Lake, fool, for a reason. So they just, hey, bro, they just be making up shit as they go. And these people, because he has a PhD by his name, that means he's not part of the system. He's not part of the agenda, the whitewashing to take you out of it. They always say they don't know who did it. You know goddamn well who did it. You know, they know exactly who did it. So that's the crazy part about this whole situation, man. They always act like, well, we don't know who did it. Well, the Native Americans wasn't even around. It was 100 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, I think Native American was it was coined in like what, like 1980 or something like that.
75, but so what people don't understand is like when you get people like Jack D. Forrest, he's talking about whatever, and he says Africans and Native Americans. He says in the book that words they were changing words around for political gain. Okay, there's no such thing as Native Americans at ancient times. A lot of times they'll write Native Americans back in history because they know when you think Native Americans, you're going to think about Tonka. Okay, you're not going to think about Yeshua or Lee. You're going to think about those guys because they have made so many movies portraying these people as being mestizos. So a lot of times people can't get past the movie. They clearly tell you, oh, Bass Reeves, he can speak all the different languages, but he was a slave. Who taught him? Who taught him? The white boy didn't teach him because he didn't know the language. He didn't know the people. He couldn't. Bass Reeves could move all around America, all around America. Same way with John Horse. John Horse was moving all around America because he could speak the language. You know, how many people, whatever. You know, we was cool like that. He can go down to Mexico and meet his brothers and sisters down in Mexico. That's how this works. But they tell us so many fabricated lies, man, that don't make no sense. Just dumb. Just dumb. And like you guys, if you don't believe what we talk about after all the evidence, everything we show, you're dumb. You're dumb. Go on the short bus where Angel's going. He's going on the bus, y'all. Trust me. He going there tomorrow. He gonna go there chilling. So yeah, dumb. I can't believe dummies, man. Check out these men. But he's the most cool of all of them, man. So he's definitely cool. And he got a gang of people that believe in the bullshit that he's spewing. It's crazy, bro. Literally crazy. Show me a Neanderthal bone. I'll wait. Just one. Can I get a what did you say, Lotus, earlier? Can you get a finger? Can we get a toe? What about
Yeah, can
two?
we get something? A toenail? A damn fingertip?
They can't, bro. They got nada.
Goddamn, can we get a crystallized art? Something.
Come on, man. Elbow cap or something like anything. Anything, bro. A footprint? Can I get a footprint? Shit,
And goddamn, give us a lip plate at least.
man. They can't give us shit.
No, I'm just playing. I know they've been taking offense to that lately, but I said it right now just because y'all taking offense to it.
I was mentioning I mentioned what dude said about like our people and who they descend from. He named three people. You know what I'm saying? He named Noah's sons, basically. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And I wanted to touch on that. You mentioned Mexico. Mexico. That's like how we pronounce it in English, Mexico. But it's Mexica. Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? And that's Aramaic. And that's linking to Hopewell, Ohio, where they found an artifact, uh what is it, the Ten Commandments in the Ohio. And then when you like I did my genealogy. You know what I'm saying? That's why my name is what it is. Uh my 1850 then Centennial Federal Census required by the Constitution, which is the law of the land that came from the Great Law of Peace, which is from the Iroquois bloodline. And they found a Back Creek stone down there. That's another artifact, you know what I'm saying, with the Paleo Hebrew on it. You know what I'm saying? Because Aramaic and Hebrew is the same thing. Like and another thing, the
That's a fact, brother.
and another thing, America is English. That's how we pronounce it in English. America, y'all know how to spell it with the CK at the end. But America is actually Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? But they spell it different in Hebrew. It's Amerik. I mean, no, Qah. Amerik. I keep on saying K. My bad. Let's start over. Like, rewind. Reboot.
How you
It's
pronounce it?
it's the same way. America, but
Okay,
it's
I got
M. It's I mean it's AMR. Hold on, player. Hold on. It's Ameriquah, and that's Hebrew, and it's pronounced the same way. It's a transliteration of the English America. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to break that down. But there's like at least 8 sites just in North America where they found uh artifacts linking back to, Aramaic or Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's everybody's fascinated with Mexico. You know what I mean? Mexica. You know what I'm saying? That means anointed, and that's Aramaic. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the oldest civilizations here. Like even the like there's pyramids everywhere, bro. Like where I'm from originally, in North Carolina, all that, Tennessee, all that area right there. There's pyramids down there. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at up in the Appalachians right now. There's a mound in McKees Rocks, PA. There's a mound over there. Like there's mounds all over the place, man. Like for real. But I just wanted to point that out. So like every time you say America, like you're going back to, you know what I mean? You're going back to that Aramaic, man.
Hey, Lotus, what do you have to say about that?
About the America name, I don't have much.
Being Hebrew or Aramaic?
Um, I, I don't know. You got me with that one, Yeshua.
No, no, because you work on the languages. You know what I'm saying? And when we talking
Oh yeah,
about,
they don't call it America.
say what?
Different languages have different names for the landmass.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, but that each language is gonna have a different word for what they call the country, or at least the landmass which they live in.
Hey, so Yeshua, when the Moors be talking about this was Morocco, this is the
Mm-hmm.
Moroccan kingdom, and I heard Taj Bay, shout out to Taj Bay. I literally heard him say one time that the Moors have been here for 70,000 years. Now, I always wanted to ask him what he meant by that. Like, if the Berbers come here, what does he mean? You know what I'm saying, or whatever, right? But we know we're ancient people, man. We've been here, man. So a lot of things that people are talking about. Um, when we talk about Ali Bamu, we talking about Amu Khan, you know, Arabic, Hebrew, it's all the same shit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So when we talking about Paleo Hebrew or something like that or whatever, and it starts linking back up, it's come from here. But they tend to think that it came from there, brought it here, gave it to us, but they took it from here, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Like everything the brother
Yeah.
saying is absolute fact, But even when we talking about Hebrew, Aramaic, and stuff like that or whatever, um, I still think those are kind of more modern terms. You know what I mean? Even when we say Paleo Hebrew, it's like a modern term. But we talking Phoenician, we talking certain things, whatever. They always say it comes from over there when it doesn't come from over there. Literally, it doesn't come from over there. When you ask them, they're like, well, Phoenician, Latin, Aramaic, Hebrew comes from America. Period. It does not come from the Vatican. It does not come from Barbaria. It just don't. It doesn't come from. We're not speaking a dialect of Niger here in America. Niger is Latin for black, nigger, Niger, Negro. Come on, y'all. Is this real? Why we gotta have these kind of conversations, man? We should be having like more little intellectual conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like do some real research for y'all start trying to talk to us, bro. Like for real. I don't need to. Bless definitely don't call me. Trying to get work, bro. Like it's crazy. You have to know what we know before you try to debate us. You gotta work. Like we know what you know. The
See,
rule number one of debate is debate. You have to know both sides of the debate. If you don't, you're going to lose. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Yes.
yeah, so, yeah. Some like when it comes to the Moors, man, like that's like Moors like an adjective like black, or you know what I'm saying, or even Hebrew is a language, but it's also a descriptive, like an adjective, like you know what I'm saying, because like a lot of Moors say they're Canaanites or they're Moabites, but and that goes back to the Torah for real, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, because when you hear Moabites, that don't come from nothing but the Torah. You know what I'm saying? And the Moabites are the descendants of Lot, which is Abraham's cousin. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? And even in that video, dude mentioned Noah's sons. He mentioned Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And that's like for me, that's the genealogy that was that's in place after the flood. You know what I'm saying? And there's history of floods and different stuff like that. We even got pyramids under the water. You know what I'm saying? So how did that happen? And I think everybody's discombobulated because uh because they kind of like fucked up the not the genealogy, but the geography. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like man, they twisted a lot of shit up, man. But if they're Moabites, then that means that they're uh they're basically our cousins still. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it like when you hear Hebrew, you think of Hebrew Israelites, and that ain't like our name. That's just the title that's like the it's basically describing who we descend from. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like who we descend from, like Israel or whatever. But there's Ishmaelites, there's Edomites, there's Moabites, there's Ammonites, there's Hittites, there's Amorites, like and they're all like descendants of Shem, like, you know what I'm saying? And we all had designated areas, not just in America, but on the so-called continent that we call Africa and like Europe and all that. That's like the inheritance of Shem. Like, and we're the oldest basically. So we were everywhere and we influenced everything. That's what people don't understand. So when they hear Hebrew, they just think, oh, the Hebrew Israelites. But your brain is fragmented. You don't even understand that there's more than just Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? and and like it's a big family, like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's deep, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't, you know what I mean, they ain't get there yet. But like I said, man, can't nobody debunk what I just said about America, bro. I'm telling you, it's Hebrew, bro. Like, but they spell it different, but it's pronounced the same. So when you saying that, you're basically saying you're that, like you're a Hebrew, bro. Like, yeah, somebody refute it right now. Debunk me right now. Like, you know what I'm saying about that? It's just one word, and then come on now, the Yucatan Peninsula and all that, Mexico and all that, Mexica. That means anointed, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, they like, okay, they say, oh, you a Christian, Christianity and all that. That's false. All that shit's fraud because the only anointed are the Israelites, and that's who we are for real, bro. Like, there's artifacts that cannot be refuted, bro. Like, that they have right now. There's at least 8 sites in North America, bro. Like, and I happen to trace back to one of those sites, like one of those areas, bro. Like, and like you can't refute it, bro. I got like I will email y'all my paperwork right now. Y'all can show everybody, and I'll send you the maps and everything. I got a pedigree map and everything going back to the Smoky Mountains and all that, bro. Like, it's just facts, man. No matter how you try to put it, man, it's gonna lead you right back to there. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about no dogma that everybody was taught. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I'm talking about them like laws. You know what I'm saying? With the whole world is governed by, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's even connected to the Constitution and all that. You know what I'm saying? And I can explain that, but that'll take a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, like, that's what it is, man. Like,
You know what's crazy, right? I was gonna ask you, um, did you think that? Well, I know you do, 'cause you just said it, but um, that they fashioned the great law of peace based around their spiritual system. When we're talking about Hawaka, if anybody gets into him, you know what I'm saying? He was he wasn't a chief. He was the like a spiritual type advisor, I don't want to say religious type person, but that would be like the closest thing I could relate him to. So yeah, so when we see the Constitution now that was plagiarized from the Great Law of Peace, um,
yeah,
Yeah, you got to get into the Book of the Negro, shout out to Medicine Man, and just into the Back Creek Stone and all other ancient spiritual systems, even roots. You know what I'm saying? AKA voodoo, um, which I think would be the origin religion or spiritual system, just more natural. You know what I'm saying? Pagan,
Yeah.
more
Like
they
even my tribe, man. Even my tribe, Cherokee, bro. Like Annie Young Wire, but Cherokee. Cherokee mean people of a different language. We got that from the Creek. But we called ourselves Annie Young Wire, bro. Like we call the Great Spirit Yahuwah. Yahuwah. That's the name of the Most High, bro. Like we called him Yahuwah, bro. Like I can't speak on nobody else's tribe. You know what I'm saying? I study my own. Like, and that's what we call or the Great Spirit. Like, you know what I mean? We call him Yahuwah. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't like that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's interesting.
Like we called him Yahuwah. That's like, don't it sound like Hawa and all that?
Yeah,
Yahuwah.
all that sounds, you know, kind of, I like Yahweh and all type of stuff. You know what I mean? Just it comes from different languages. I remember Lotus was going through the Seneca stuff and say Yahweh. Yahweh? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That shit sound like Yahweh been Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, yeah, man, I absolutely, you know, agree with that, bro. It's pretty crazy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was like definitely not into religion, still not, but just studying America, ancient America, you have to know that our spirituality was the foundation of our civilization. Yeah. You have to know that. If not, we probably wouldn't be here. Okay, so and our faith and stuff like that. So it would be easy for our mothers and grandmothers and great grandmothers to get caught up in this religion because they have taken it from them. So it's in our DNA, singing and dancing, everything. They, bro, they knew what they were doing, man. So yeah, man, that's definitely something to look into, bro. Salute.
Like I can't speak for like nobody else, but like, yo, I mean, I just see it, bro. Like, I ain't knowing that. Like, I'm telling you, man, motherfuckers, like, man, basically, man, like, you gotta erase because we hit with a lot of BS. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be like a baby in this shit again, like, and go back over all the shit that you know what I mean. You know what I mean? You gotta be like a baby in your mind and just like basically like, you know what I mean? Start fresh and then go back into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Without all the little dogma that you learn, man. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, it's really that I'm telling you, man. There's no, I mean, if you don't come to the conclusion, then I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not, I'm not talking about no motherfucking religion, dog. That's what the
Right.
Catholic Church gave you, bro. Like
I
that's
got
what
you,
the
bro.
pale faces gave you, and we give them too much credit, man, for shit.
That's fact. And
You know what I'm
shout out to Miss
saying?
Mo. Being Hebrew has nothing to do with religion. That's a fact. Shout out to you. We are Hebrews by blood, not by religion. Word. Shout out to Miss Mohawk. Peace to the goddess. And remember originaltribalwear.com. Go check out Miss Mohawk's business. Support the sister business. You know what I'm saying? You got the holiday season. Every day's a holiday. But you know, you got so called holidays coming up, man. So get your feathers, man. Get your t-shirt. Go cop some from Miss Mohawk at originaltribewear.com. Hey, no, let's get to it. I'll check something out. Lotus, you there? No, we can't let Lotus go to sleep. I gotta keep him active. Yes, we gotta keep Lotus because he ain't muted. Nah, Lotus.
No, but I'm saying, man, there's a lot to understand, but that's how I can identify like everybody, us and everybody else, like through the genealogy, like through the Genesis for real, bro. Cause like even that African dude, I talked to the African dude, Reginald Green's boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he said he was from the Ig tribe or whatever, right? And I said, okay, what language is that? I said, ain't the ancient language Hamitic? He said, yeah. Where you think he got Hamitic from? The son of Ham. I mean, the son of second son of Noah, Ham, because that's what Africans are. They're Hamitic. We're Shemitic. We're from the oldest son, so we're older than them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know this shit. Like, he admitted that shit, yo. I'm telling you,
So,
like,
so check it out, right? So check it out, right? This is my only pushback on what you're saying. Um, Noah, Shem, Ham, are these like one individual person to you?
you said one individual person. Yeah, those are
Shem,
sons. Yeah,
yeah. See, that would be my only problem. I would have what you're saying right there. Um, you know how like okay, how they could just like I'll give a perfect example, right? Remember the twins and the other twin was holding on to the other twin. These
yeah.
people are
Jacob and Esau, Jacob and Esau. Yeah,
Jacob, Yakub's supposed to be right, and
yeah.
Esau.
Genesis 25:25. Yeah,
Both of them will be Jacob and Esau. But the point is, like these people, Adam, Eve, Jacob, Esau, are representing people or a system of people. You understand my point? Like it's not one
hmm
person. Like it's just it would be more like a group of people. Like when they
hmm
talk about these different people, they say, "Y'all brothers, you the older brother, you the younger brother. Y'all came from these people right here, but uh, you know what I mean? It's not one person."
No, of course not. You need a man and a woman to produce life on Earth, right? They had wives, and like when they mention,
No,
like
you
when
missing
they
what I'm trying
mention,
to say.
like when
I'm
they
saying
mention like
the
any,
allegory,
par-
the
huh?
allegory. For example, Adam and Eve, right, wouldn't represent a man and a woman. Is representing people, brother. This is not like a. You understand my point? Like Adam and Eve is a story of a people, not of one man and one woman who started the whole creation of people. It's the origin of them. You understand? Not us.
Yeah,
Adam and Eve is not us. It's them. We are the nigga that was walking through the to the thing that they was hiding from and shit. You get what I'm saying, bro? We are the God. Let us make man in our image and our likeness. You understand what I'm saying, bro? I mean,
yeah.
that might be going on. Some people don't ain't ready for that. You might not be ready for that. We are the creator. We are most high. Y'all don't be
Yeah,
mad
I
at me.
feel what you're saying, but like I was just talking about I was trying to explain like the genealogy. Let's forget about talking about Hebrews right now. Let's talk about the Ethiopians. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask you this: who did the Ethiopians descend from, or did they just always like who did
So
they
check it
come
out.
from?
That'd be like just saying where the Moors descend from, right? You can't say that because Ethiopian is we had the Ethiopian Sea. Ethiopian is a descriptive term of people, just like Saracen, just like Moor, so on and so forth, bro. You know what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as like Ethiopian people. Ethiopians new, right? It started that shit like 1950 something or later. Like it's nah. The planet was Ethiopia. You understand what I'm saying? Dark skinned, charred, Egypto. That's why it's Egypto America because we're the majority here. There's more of us here than in Egypt, so-called Egypt. Feel me? How is it
Yeah.
more black people? I'm gonna say black people. How is it more black people in America, in the Americas, than you have in Africa? How is that possible?
You said more
How they
black
can't
people in
find
it.
no how they can't produce a 10,000 BC skull? How? Why they can't? And I know about the Hoffman skull, so don't try me, man. Stay in your lane, bro. For real. Stop listening to all that Africa bullshit. That don't make no sense. Professor James Small said that they were coming here on vacation for over 200,000 years. I think that's amazing. Like, for real. Like, really. Yo, it's wild. So, what do you know? What are you going to do? Anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
like I was saying though, like, bro, like I know Ethiopian means black or whatever, but there's still Ethiopia. What you said it was created in when?
Hold on, let me get it for you real fast. So I can get the exact date. We're going to be going
Hmm?
back and forth. Hold on, I'm about to get it for you right now. Hold on. I bought it right back to Texas. We went to Alabama and Atlanta. We bought it right back to Texas. We went to Mississippi and Miami. We bought it right back to Texas. The Lakers doing their thing in preseason. Ethiopia. Back to Texas. Ethiopia, the Horn of Africa, is a rugged, landlocked country split by the Great Rift Valley, which archaeological finds dating back more than 3 million years. It's a place of ancient culture. Among its important sites are Lalibela, with its rock-cut Christian churches from the 12th and 13th century. Ashkum is the ruins of an ancient city with obelisks, tombs, castles, and Our Lady Mary of Zion Church. Okay, real fast. Money back to Texas.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
Let's see dates.
Like they
Five
basically like,
Empire, Italian
bro.
Ethiopia, 36, five and restored. Yeah, yeah, no, it's like Kingdom of Askum, Zagwe Dynasty, Ethiopian Empire, 1137, right? But the Italian Ethiopia, 1936. Hold on, let me go to it. See, it says something else. Tigrinya.
Yeah, what I was about to say though, like I was just making an example because that's what we like. No matter what nobody say, we call people. There's a people that we call Ethiopians today. No matter what nobody say, and what I was gonna say is that they descend from Cush, and their ancient name is Cushites, and Cush is the oldest son of Ham. That's what I was gonna say. You know what I'm saying? That's how I be going through the like genealogy as far as like on a global scale, like with different people in different areas. You know what I'm
Bro, but
saying? Like
photo
we
on.
all know that America is the oldest, like the old world or whatever. But at the end of the day, nobody in the chat, nobody knows the nobody knows the geography to 100%, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit was moved around, this, that, and the third. But I'm trying to tell you,
What is the
they're push sites,
lion?
bro.
What does the lion represent to you, bro?
Huh? Wait, what you say?
What does the lion and the lion's paw represent for you?
Uh, I mean. I don't know. It's just a line, man. I know one thing that the lion is indigenous to America. All the animals are. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, from that.
I
But we
mean,
talking about
it don't mean too much to like. You know what I mean? I ain't. You know what I mean?
hold on, you
It
brought up
don't mean too
Ethiopia.
much
We're gonna
to
talk
me.
about it. Okay, so I'm looking at the coat of arms right here, Ethiopia. So they got some on these two women. One of them has a sword in one hand, and she has like the scale of justice in the other hand. Right? Check. They, and she has yeah, I wish y'all could see this. She has a Knights Templar cross on her chest, red, right? Okay. And then the other sister that's on the other side of this thing right here, crown looks like a throne with two lions, well, and then the third lion in the middle right there. We're gonna get back to that. Then the other sister over here is carrying a sword in her right hand. Well, both of them got a sword in their right hand, right? She has a sword in her right hand, and her left hand she has like a branch, a tree or something like that. Okay. And they
Yeah.
both yeah, I ain't gonna even say nothing about the foot stance. That might not be anything. But I do see that 6-point star back there on this coat of arms right here. Um, under the 6-point star, I see another cross, right? And then two little lions, okay? And you got a third lion right there at the bottom right there, holding like I don't know, like a staff or something like that or whatever. But you know, when you got the Zionists, right, talking about lion paws and things of that nature, whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it just this right here is too Zionist. If the lion doesn't mean anything to you, but it means something to them. Lion paw and all that stuff. Like you know, you start getting into like Masonic stuff.
So you think the lion is Masonic?
Absolutely. Hey, check this out, right? They said, you know, one of the languages is a far language, right? But then when you go to it, it's Qafaraf, also known as Alf.
Wait, that's one of the languages they spoke? I can't really hear you. You like you're low for real. Chief.
Is an Afro-Asiatic language belonging to the Kushite branch. It is spoken by the Afar people, which you click on Afar, Qatar, or it's Kafar, right? But it's not that.
Did you just say Kushite?
Yep.
I told you that. I said that the Ethiopians descend from Kush. And Cush is the oldest son of Ham. So that makes the Ethiopians the oldest so-called Africans. Notice I said so-called Africans because so-called Africans don't call themselves African. They call themselves Ethiopian, Nigerian, Liberian, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different stuff like that. And that's how you identify everybody else and your damn self. That's how I do it. I use the Genesis because that's genealogy, basically. And it's not the first book of the like, you know what I mean? That wasn't the first book like written. Like there was other books, like, you know what I mean? Because there was other civilizations, but like before that, before the flood, but all that stuff.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Chief in the building. died. Yeah. This more often than anybody can get that smoke. That's a fact. When Adam was created, there was more than one people created over and longer. Yeah, I mean, I don't subscribe to that story as being just, oh, I'm gonna take it verbatim. You know what I mean? I can't do that. Like, I know better. Just even in my days of studying the Bible and studying, the Quran and stuff like that, you know, it tells you stuff is allegory and parables to teach lessons. Another ancient thing that we do, you know, um, and we even use animals. It's also always an African thing when Africans were using animals to tell stories of their children. Nah, stop it. You didn't even have animals. But anyway, shout out to Machina Miles in the building. Nigeria has 200 million and own the military and can't defeat their oppression or oppressor. That's by design. The fact that they're still calling it Nigeria is a perfect example, right? Why they're not going to do anything. We're going to kick y'all out, but we're going to keep what you named the place. It's crazy. Shout out to King Bimbo in the building. Yeah, I am, bro. Like I said, man, I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like we could go through this without being offended. You know what I'm saying? If people want to learn, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to get into the origins of some of these stories and stuff like that or whatever. For me, I'm just saying is I'm still being led back to America. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Quasicolo and all these other people. You know what I mean? Like they're showing crucifixions and getting stabbed in the side with a spear. Like, wait a minute, where did this come from? What's going on? Wouldn't that make sense if they took our shit and took it back over there and remixed it? You got all these niggas running around here in America named Jesus. I always was confused when I was young. Like, wait a minute, his name is Jesus too. Like, why is his name Jesus? They're like, no, it's Jesus. Like, no, who are you talking to? Like, what's going on? How does this work? How? How does this work, y'all? Yeah, we up late. We ain't gonna be up too much longer, y'all. Jeez. Shout out to Indigenous Copper Tone Cohen in the building. The rainforest is the lungs for the whole world, and Lucy was found in what is South America. It's self-explanatory. Well, not Lucy, but Lucia was found in South America, brother. Lucy is the monkey that they talk about millions of years old in Africa. Yeah, so, or Nigeria. I mean, not Nigeria, but Ethiopia. What is now called Ethiopia. Yes, we're out of there. And it's not gonna be. I ain't gonna be able to bring you back in, bro. Shout out to Brick Made 94 in the building. Nice to meet you. Welcome. Yeah. King Bimbo's that Bible study. Definitely from the land, that's right. It is the same thing as bringing up from the land. Facts. Yeah, so yeah, man, we trying to bring the family together, and that's what I tell these guys all the time. The majority of the people that in the chat room believe in somebody, so believe in some form of, I ain't gonna say religion, but a spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And I even believe in that. So you know what I mean. So and it's hard for me to believe anything, y'all. So yeah, so you can't disrespect everybody. You know, say man, fuck your belief. That's not fair. Yeah, man. Shout out to the tribe, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. So, y'all. That's what's up, Brick May. Definitely appreciate you coming out tonight. Good night. Yep. Original from the store. Shout out to Miss Mohawk, man. Like I said, she got the gold stuff, man. I gotta give me one of those sprung from the soil. Or is it original? What is it saying? Original from the store or sprung from the store? Shit crazy. Yeah. I think we're gonna do a business show tomorrow. Shout out to Supreme Chief in the building. OCO, Peace to God. Yeah, Lotus out of there. Air to the street, HD Media. Yeah, that's facts there. There's definitely something to it all. Yeah. But yeah, y'all. I'm about to go shut this thing down. Lotus is out of there. Lotus. And, yeah, man, we start going up early tomorrow. First thing in the morning, we'll get it cracking. Get it going. What we got going on. I get tie date up in there, whatever it is. Business stuff, whatever. Talk business. Anybody got a business? Or you have an idea for a business, you need help with whatever, I'll let us tomorrow, man. We'll get come together. Business show. We're gonna be unveiling a shoe company, man. What we got going on with that. Yeah, originaltribewear.com. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. So we're gonna be getting into that tomorrow, man. All the other ventures and things that we got going on. Shout out to the tribe, man. We definitely appreciate all the love and support, man, we get from y'all, man. As usual, like we said, man, hashtag support the real. Check out the First American Declaration, First American Council. We organize on the ground for sure. So a lot of work going on out there. So be on the lookout for that, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Also be on the lookout for the Tribe Up North American Tour 2020. That's coming soon, man. Yeah, man, we're just getting all that stuff together, man. New Year's Eve. And yeah, man, we're gonna be across the country, man, checking out America and all the Americans in it, man. Shout out to all the great ones tuned in, man. And we out of here, man. So like I said, give me a minute, y'all. Shut this thing down. Definitely appreciate all the love. That's going on here. All right. That's right, here we are, the one, the original. But yeah, Miss Mahawk. We definitely appreciate everybody, man. I said we'll see you guys a little later.